Alright, so there are many options you have when it comes to starting a game of Kenshi, but for educational purposes, we are going with the default, the Wanderer Start. Don't mess with any options or controls and just hit begin. There are many races to choose from in Kenshi. For your first playthrough, I suggest creating a white guy. Kenshi is a racist and sexist world, and if you're just learning, I suggest a white dude. This is my white dude. His name is Lee. He looks ready. Alright, the Wanderer Start always begins in a town called the Hub. The first thing we want to do is pause the game. A timer is always running, and while you're learning the controls, you should be stopping the clock. Day 1, 10:05, spacebar starts and stops the clock, or you can press these buttons here. Now, holding down the middle mouse button rotates the camera, rolling the wheel zooms in and out. Pressing M brings up your map. Rolling the mouse zooms, holding left click and dragging moves it around. You're in a town called the Hub, and you're close to another town called Squin. That's all you know about the world you're in. Alright, hitting the stat button brings up your character stats. You have 1s and 0s in everything. You suck at everything. Your character doesn't level up, individual stats do. So the more you practice a thing, the better you get at it. The most important starting stat to level is athletics. That's how fast you run. And everything in Kenshi wants to kill you, so level that up as fast as you can. Clicking around moves your character to that spot. You can control their movement speed with these arrows. I suggest you never walk and always run as fast as you can. There's a team running icon here, but it doesn't apply until you have more people on your team. No matter how far you zoom or use WSAD to move the camera, clicking on your character icon will center the camera back onto them. Above your icon, it reads Nameless. This is the name of your squad. Squad button lets you rename it. You're a one-man squad, so I call us Macho Solo. The 3 places of interest in the Hub are as follows. The bar. This is where you can buy and sell goods, hire team members, and hire bodyguards. This is where you run if you're in trouble. If you're being chased by anyone or anything, run to the bar. The second point of interest is a shack in the middle of town. It has goods you can steal and sell, a chest to practice lockpicking, and some free beds to rest in should you get injured. Finally, at the end of town is the Shinobi Thieves Tower. If you join their clan, you can practice swordplay, assassination, sneaking, lockpicking, and the like. But you need $10,000, or what's called cats, to join. You start with 1,000 cats. The first thing I do in any game of Kenshi is run around town a while. My priority is getting the athletics stat up because I know I'll be running away from a lot of things. The more you do, the better you get, so getting good at running is what I'm all about. Holding shift and clicking a few times around the map will set waypoints for your character, and they will run to each waypoint you click back and forth. After some training, it's time to enter the shack in the middle of town. We're going to teach you a Kenshi basic, which is find things and sell them. We're going to head in and close the door behind us for some privacy. In the shack, you'll find some beds to rest in when you're injured. Hitting Alt will highlight objects in the area. Since these objects aren't highlighted in red, we can take them and add them to our inventory. Now we're finding things that we can sell. We can do this until our inventory is full. Pressing I or the inventory button brings up your inventory. Before we head to the bar, there's a locked chest in here with us. We can practice lockpicking on this chest. We open it on the first try and our lockpicking goes from 1 to 2. We can't take the stuff yet as our inventory is full, so we're going to go sell our goods at the bar. The bar has some interesting characters. This is the bartender. This is who we trade with for buying and selling goods. There are mercenaries you can hire as bodyguards. You'll find people known as drifters that you can hire to be a permanent team member. And there are vagrants who are considered trashy people. You can mess with them a little bit and not get in trouble. So we're here to sell the goods we picked up. We talk to the bartender and drag and drop or click over our goods. Don't forget to pause. Don't have the timer running while you're trading. What we want to make sure we buy is medicine and food. Buy the cheapest, smallest food you can and some gauze to heal your wounds. Now you can eat and heal. That's how you stay alive. Once you have medical supplies, you can hold shift and hit the medic button. This will assign medic as a job, so you'll do it automatically when you need to. Pressing Alt in the bar highlights items in red. This means people can see you take it or it just doesn't belong to you. You'll get in trouble taking items highlighted in red. But around town, you'll find lots of items highlighted in white. And what's our rule? Find stuff, pick it up, and sell it. Pick up everything you can, run it back to the bartender, and sell it. Free money. Now, before we move on, we're going to do a few more laps because running fast is important since everything in Kenshi wants to kill you. Practice. If you're thinking of leaving town, be cautious. Kenshi is an unforgiving, hellish landscape. I wouldn't go out there just yet, but I can show you how to manifest goods to pick up that, let's say, aren't yet just lying around. That's a starving bandit that just walked by, so I'm going to attack them unprovoked. Then I'm going to run my little ass back into town and let the guards deal with it for me. BAM! Now that the guards are keeping the peace, I can come in and help the guard deal with this bandit trash stirring up trouble. Yeah, take that. BAM! And this. Boom! There. Now goods have manifested on the ground and we can take them and sell them. Sword, shoes, new pair of pants. Nice. The guard took down another bandit over here and we can loot them too. They're a slave with shackled feet, which means we can practice lockpicking again. Opportunity knocks, practice. We're going to steal her stuff. Oh, she was playing dead. She didn't like that. Oh, bam! Super palm heel takes me off my feet. Time to practice fighting. I won't last long, but I can hit the block button to put myself in defensive mode. Now that I'm blocking and dodging. Oh, bam! Oh my god! Is she a kung fu master? Run into the bar. And she ran away. Wasn't falling for my tricks. Damn. Well, we got some goods. Talk to the bartender, sell a sword, or keep it if you want to level up sword fighting. Now, this bar vagrant. If I attack them, the bar and everyone is going to turn on me for starting a fight, but if I go into sneak mode and try to knock them out, for some reason the bar turns on them when they try to counterattack. What? Vagrants are trash. I'm in defensive mode and just watch for a while. Oh look, new goods have manifested on the ground. We should take those so we can use them to sell to the bartender. Alright, now that you know how to find and manifest goods, let's go outside of town. Not on the steps, but on the actual ground. We have a prospecting button we can click. Pause when the information comes up. I want to run the timer. Here you can find scattered nodes of iron and copper in the landscape. And mining them requires no funds, tools, or setup of any kind. Iron is heavier than copper. Copper sells for more than iron. So we'll head to the copper node in sneak mode because as long as the eye above our head is blue, it means no one can see us. And as soon as we are seen, it'll flash from yellow to red. It's essentially a motion sensor. For your playthrough, if it ever turns red, just run back to the bar. We could click the node and use it, but holding shift and clicking it assigns it as an automated task, just like the medic task. Now we are automated and mining for copper. Our laboring skill is at 1, which sucks, so this goes slow and slowly gets faster. Practice. When a piece of copper is ready, you can drag it into your inventory, click it over, or drag it and drop it on your icon. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, this part can be tedious, but if you go through this with your character, I find it bonds you to the character more. And it may take some time at the beginning, but you know what? This is Kenshi, and Kenshi teaches life lessons. When you first started to walk, you took your first step and you fell on your ass because you'd never done it before. And did you spend your life on the ground? No. You got up and you tried again until you could walk and run and jump and do backflips and stuff. Well, this is what Kenshi is. And day in and day out, if you're going to use the mining path, this is a fairly safe way to get money. But you got to put your time in, man. Kenshi is training. Kenshi is practice. And if you're doing what I'm showing you here, you're gonna have to do it over and over and watch yourself get better and better and better. And then when you are great, you're going to appreciate the trial and tribulation that brought you there.